Hi, my name is Lee, and welcome to the first video of my blog about writing. How did I get into this thing? Um, I was online and I saw a lot of people do blogs about their life and their career, and so I thought it'd be fun for me to do it too, and exciting too. So here I am. A little bit more about me. Um, Currently, I'm pretty much a nobody. You will never recognize me if you search out my name. So, but that's not what I intend for it to happen. And I intend to be somebody in the future. So, um, yeah, that's it. Well, I intend to be somebody, but first I have to fight off the biggest problem of all my entire career, which is to um, overcome writer's block and writer's resistance. And currently I'm in deep shit because my writing has slowed down dramatically over the last couple of months because of writer's block. So this whole blog will be about me fighting off writer's block and writer's resistance. And there may be some other reasons for me creating this blog. I just have a good feeling that um, good things will happen if I make this blog. And right now I don't know what those good things are, but I just hope that they will happen. And I have a good feeling about it, so that's why I'm making this blog. Other people have gotten famous for it, for making blogs too, and I thought that'd be cool to follow if I could get that kid to do that too. So I hope that this will become a daily thing where I will post well or how well not I have reached my word count goals. I just have to say that writer's resistance is the hardest thing I've ever met in my life. It's just so hard to overcome. But sometimes you do overcome it and it's just great, but then it just happens all over again. So I intend I'm hoping that this blog will help me overcome it. And so hopefully it does. And hopefully maybe I'll get help from viewers too if someone tells me how to do it better. Um, I've read a couple books on writer's resistance, and they've been pretty good, but they haven't it hasn't eliminated it completely. I haven't found a system yet that will completely eliminate writer's resistance and help me write to my full potential. So more about me and what I write. Um, I write military science fiction, and mostly it has to do with things happening in space. So I have this fascination with warships or spaceships, and I love writing about spaceships uh, fighting it out in space, and there's more than like 10 spaceships. So I have this fascination with spaceships, and I just love writing about them fighting other people with spaceships in space. And for those that don't know, um, when you talk about military science fiction, it either goes into one or two things, either space fleet or space marines. But so I fall into the space fleet category. And sometimes I write space marines, but mostly it's centered around space fleet and warships fighting in futuristic fleets out in space. And if you haven't noticed, my shirt has changed. So that means that a whole day has passed since the last time before the shirt changed, and that is because a day has passed, and I should be. My original plan was to show you my writing, but I procrastinated, and I met writer's resistance, and that made me not write. I mean, that made me not show you my writing. And so, what I'm gonna do, like what I plan to do, is to show you me writing on my notepad. I mean, on my computer, notebook computer. So I'll be doing that. But I have to honestly say that even right now, I feel a lot of resistance. And earlier today, when I was supposed to write on my notebook, my resistance made me think that I should be doing something else. So instead of writing on my notebook, I started planning out stories, new stories again, and that's just my resistance trying to persuade me into doing something besides writing, and that sucks. And I do this I do this so often where I just I instead of writing, I just I do something else besides writing that I think is also profitable and also productive. But it's just my resistance trying to deceive me into doing something else besides writing. So writer's block is very hard. But here I go. I'm gonna try to go right now and see what happens. Oh, I also forgot to mention. I forgot to mention that it's around 12 a.m. right now Eastern Standard Time, and that's a pretty early part of the day for me. For most people, that's when people sleep, but for me, that's like morning. So I have a full day ahead of me, and hopefully I spend the time writing instead of doing something else. But you'll see. I'm gonna make I'm gonna show you that that's not probably not gonna be gonna happen. But I hope it happens. Oh, and one more thing. When I talk about writing, I mean writing on my work in progress. When I talk, so earlier I said that I was planning on new stories, writing and planning new stories. That's not what I mean by writing. That's my resistance getting me into doing something that seems profitable and seems productive, but it's actually something else. So when I talk about truly writing, when I talk about writing that is because not forced by resistance into doing something that's not profitable or not productive. When I talk about truly productive writing, I'm talking about writing in my work in progress. A little bit more about resistance. Uh, when I talk about resistance, I'm talking about um, unconscious fears inside your brain that is making you do things that you don't normally want to do, and you unconsciously do it, even though you don't know why you're doing it. Uh, well, now I do know, but before I knew what resistance was by reading a book about it. I thought I didn't know why I was procrastinating so much. But what the resistance is just is unconscious processes inside your brain making you do things that you don't want to do. That is making you do things that isn't the most productive thing to do. All right, it's 3 a.m. and not a single word has been written. I haven't written a single word. Now, I've learned that it's not good to feel guilty or ashamed or anything, or just feel bad about it because it doesn't work. Because doing that doesn't make me write more. So I'm a little frustrated, but I'll keep trying at it. For the last 3 hours, I've been messing around with the Windows Movie Maker stuff. and just like walking around, trying, pretty much listening to my resistance and just succumbing to my resistance, and not writing. But I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna try harder or something. I'll try to find a way to make writing fun. So at the moment, it is not fun. It is hard. Okay.
오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 너는 선어해 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선어해 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선어해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선어해 그런 선어해 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너
Well, I took a lot of breaks, but I finally got some work done. It wasn't that bad. Certainly, it was better than nothing, which is what I usually get. So I'm happy that I got something done. I got 1,000 words done. Yeah, I guess I'll call it a day. I'll try to do better tomorrow. One thing I've noticed is that after I take a break, it's really hard to get back into writing. I don't know. I think it's my resistance making it difficult to go back into writing. Well, my resistance is making me stop writing, and it's also making it difficult for me to go back into writing. That's just some stuff that you have to fight. Yep. As for the quality of my product, I don't think it was the best thing ever written, not by a long shot. And it's not the best thing that I wanted to write. It's not what I wanted to write exactly, but it's what I ended up writing. I guess you shouldn't be perfectionistic, which is one of the reasons why resistance exists. So I'm just gonna be happy with what I've written. I wish it was better though, but it's not. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.